It was only after I'd scheduled my own hip replacement surgery that I watched Jimmy Connors' interview on the right medical site about his difficulties with his hip and his decision to have a hip replacement. And it was very reinforcing for me because I was going through a lot of the same types of things. Now, I'm primarily a squash player, squash coach, but I have played some tennis as well. And one of the things that really motivated me was later on I read that Jimmy Connors was making his instructional DVD, and he was actually on the court hitting tennis balls 6 weeks after his hip replacement, which is astounding. Well, I had my hip replacement on November 12th, 2008, which is exactly 28 days ago. Today is December 10th. And when I say motivating, this is not about competition. This is not, I'm doing this to help people. Jimmy did that to help people who are in a similar situation. But today I thought I booked a tennis court to get on the court at 4 weeks and beat Jimmy by hitting the tennis ball. Unfortunately, the facility was booked, so I had to go to a nearby squash court, and because of the danger to the wall of the squash court, because of my great power, I used a teaching ball. But you can have a look and see and determine who recovered the fastest after their hip replacement surgery. The other thing I should mention is that I also discovered that the prosthesis used in my hip replacement surgery was also manufactured by Right. I believe it's a slightly different system, but the surgery, same thing, minimally invasive with a Right prosthesis. You can find the details of my hip replacement surgery at stephenmurphy.org. Stephen is S-T-E-P-H-E-N Murphy.org, and he describes in detail the methods and the materials that he uses for the hip replacement. So you can probably Google somewhere and see Jimmy hitting and compare it to my hitting and see who's recovered more quickly. I guess there are a few other similarities. One of the things is that Jimmy Connors was one of my heroes when I was growing up playing tennis. I think he's a couple years older. Maybe he's 54 now. I'm 51. When I was growing up, I started playing maybe in 74, 75, and I peaked in tennis in 76 when I won our local club tennis championship, and then I switched over to squash. Although I did win a 4.0 mixed doubles tournament here in Connecticut with my girlfriend a couple of months ago. So there are some similarities. He had a bit of a winning streak going there. He's playing in the Champions Tour now, which is a senior tour. My last good result was a third place in the World Racketlon Mixed Doubles Championships. Racketlon is a sport, table tennis, ping pong, some badminton, some squash, and some tennis. With my girlfriend, we finished third in the world. That's an open competition, open to any age. You know, Jimmy's playing the seniors sort of tour. This isn't a competition, though. We're both doing this to help other people in a similar situation. So my third place finish in the world open competition against his senior events. You know, you can make of that what you will. Obviously, I wouldn't stand a chance against Jimmy in a tennis match. I'd love to play him table tennis, perhaps, and give both of our hips a good going over. We have one other thing in common, and that is we've both done some tennis coaching. As you know, he's been working with some of the top players, Andy Roddick recently. Back in 87, 88, 89, 90, a little bit in 91, 92, I did actually do some coaching in Quebec, Canada, with a training group. Coach Andre Lemaire hired me to work with his elite junior group. And one of the juniors in the group, Sebastien Lareau, at the time, he and Sebastien LeBlanc, they won the 1989 World Junior Tennis Championships. And I was a mental training consultant for the group. I would come in every week, meet with them as a group individually, work on their relaxation skills, visualization skills, focus plans, get out on the court with them, work on their between-point routines, things like that. Coaching on the mental side. Lareau did actually go on to be #1 in the world and actually won a gold medal at the 96 Olympics in Seoul. I'm not sure if any of Jimmy's players have won any gold medals at the Olympics yet, but once again, it's not a competition. This is about helping people make good decisions about getting their hips replaced when their needs replaced. And this minimally invasive surgery appears to be a way to go.